Okay folks, this is a Yamaha R6 engine. This is the 5EB version, the one with the notorious cracked liners, which we think this has got a problem with. We're going to strip the cylinder head off first of all in this part of the video. So come along with us with the journey. We've just taken the carbs off by undoing these bolts here. These are the clips, obviously. That one come from the front underneath. We had to get a 3.5mm Allen key up there underneath the carbs. Same with there, and the same with there as well. So once you loosen them clamps off, you lift the carbs off, you've got a fuel rail there. One pipe goes on one end of it. That pipe there goes on the other end of it. And that's it with the carbs out the way. So we've got this little rubber protective shield now just to lift off. So we're just going to lift that off there. Be careful. Don't want it to rip. I suppose you could take them clips off really, couldn't you? But it will come off. There we go. Just feed it around them clips there. There we go. I think this engine's been out before, but to say we've done a compression test on this engine and we got very low compression. And the person who had it before us, we picked this bike up very cheap. It was running fine, and then suddenly it wouldn't perform, and it kept cutting out, and it was puffing smoke out of the crankcase breather pipe. So that's the purpose of this strip down here. What have we got there?
The end of that.
Don't know, it goes underneath there, doesn't it? Yeah, it's connected to the cylinder head, so just unclip that from one of them pipes there. There we go, just pull that out and we just get this heat shield out of the way. There we go, and just plug that back on, I suppose. That's it, that's out of the way, that can go back on there for the moment. So what we're going to do first of all is to remove the cam cover or the rocker cover. We still haven't drained the oil out of this engine yet, by the way, so we've still got an engine full of oil. So we're going to undo these now, get this cover off, and then we'll come back to you and we'll look at the timing marks. That means removing this cover here, and then we'll proceed to take the head off. So we're going to put you on a bit of time lapse just while we take this cover off. So we just removed the side cover there off the side of the engine. And don't forget, before you do that, folks, before you take that off, make sure you emptied your oil out of your engine, otherwise it'll pour out like it has just done for us. So we just had a good clear up anyway. Right, so we're going to go to the next stage now. So you've got the cam chain here, and you've also got the cam chain tensioner there, held on by these two. I think they're 5mm Allen bolts there. Coming down here, you've got the timing marks there. I think there's a T on it there. Just there, and you want that line there to line up with the split in the crankcases there, where the crankcase is actually joined together there. If you can see that, there's a very thin hairline there. So I think that's 12mm. So we're going to rotate the crank now. So we're going to try and line that up.
What to
with
up,
with that T.
Clockwise, I mean.
Yeah, clockwise. Take it around clockwise. You want that T to line up with the line on the crankcases. Is that about right? Yeah, now what you're looking for, what you've got to remember is that this revolves around 2 times to this revolving around once. And what you're looking for here is the time marks here. If we look in here, that's obviously your inlet. So this is your inlet cam. And down this side is obviously your exhaust cam there. And if you've got the mark of the I there, level with the top of that case there, and it says the letter I marked on it on the outside, that's correct. And that means when you come down to the exhaust side, you should have an E marked here, and that would mean that the exhaust is lined up correctly. So inlet, the letter I, E down there for exhaust. If it's not and you've got the letters on the inside there, that means you've got to rotate the crank another turn around so that you get the marks on the outside of the pulley rather than the inside of the pulley. So we've got inlet facing inlet, and down there we've got the E facing the exhaust port. So we know that when we come to time it up, then everything's going to be okay there. That's your tensioners there, your cam chain tensioners there. They're the tensioner arms. So we're going to take the tension now off of the tensioner just by undoing these 2 bolts there. They're 5mm. Do it sort of bit at a time. There you go, just crack the other one. And you should be able to undo them vertically then. So you just keep your hand over the top of that. You won't pop up. Don't do it all the way out because it's under spring tension. See, it's coming up now. It won't shoot out, but it will come up a little bit.
You want it off there, yeah?
Yeah, it's got to come right out. Both of them bolts got to come right out. Do a bit at a time. That's it. It's probably all the tension near enough off it now anyway.
Yeah.
There you go. So we're just going to withdraw them bolts. And they can go in our head box here. We're keeping all the bolts from the head disassembly in together. And that means that your cam chain is now off tension. That can go in there now. Try and creep the screws together. Happy days. So you'll find now that your cam chain should now be detensioned. There we go. So that's now detensioned. What you can do now is to take that pin out there. Once we've taken the cams out, which we're going to do now, we're going to take these out. I'm going to put that pin in there as well. That's what holds the arms in for the tensions, but you can't take them off yet until you take this cover off, which again is loads and loads of 8mm bolts. As you can see there, there's loads and loads of them. And we've got to take them off in a star pattern, like that, all the way around, and then withdraw that off. But that, again, that will be under cam tension as well. So that's what we're going to do now. Right, we've got a bit of spillage, folks. Just lay some of that down there with our blue cloth. One bolt to go. I think that's it, isn't it?
Looks like it.
Right, so let's just take this carrier off. Do you want to just give it a little... Come in, take it a tap up here somewhere. There's no more down there, is there?
No, I think it's just because it's that. And put that side back down a little bit. That's it.
That's it, innit? There we go. That's it, innit? There we go. Right, there we go. So you've got the cams.
Yeah.
So just noting if that can go on two ways, which it can't, so we're okay with that. The cams, just lift the cams out like that. There's one, there's two. I've got the inlet one. I don't know if they're both the same or not, I'm not too sure. Just checking the condition of the cams. They look to be okay. The one that's wrapped up is going to be the inlet, okay? Just in case they are different. I'm sure they are different. I'm sure so I've read somewhere that they are different. So the one that's wrapped up at the moment is going to be the inlet. Now, we don't need to take the buckets and shims out because we're literally just removing the head, and it was a lovely silent engine, so we're not going to have to take them out at all. Right, so now I've taken the pin out for that top tensioner bar. You can just lift it up and bring the tensioners out. In fact, the tensioners, I don't know if that looks worn or not. I don't think it does, actually. I think it looks all right. So that's the top tensioner there. I don't know whether they're both the same. We'll soon find out. And down the bottom, you've got the other one in there. I don't know whether we need to stand the engine up a bit more. Let's get all the tools around here. Watch out if anything drops out of there, fluid-wise.
No, we're okay.
No?
Yeah, what you know about.
All right, let's get that mopped up. Then we just have a little clear up here, folks. There we go. Right, so we've straightened the engine back up now, and we've got these two. I think they're 5mm, aren't they, to undo?
I think they were, yeah.
Let's have a look. Where's the socket there? Yeah, they're 5mm. Let's undo them first. Just crack them open. And these shouldn't be that tight.
Please do it.
Yeah. You got it?
Okay.
Go on in. That's it. Let's crack them off. Got it? That's it. We just whack them two bolts out. There we go. So that's them two out. And the last thing to do, as I say, we don't need to disturb all these individual tappets, folks. And you're just making work for yourself if you take all them out, because every one of these are lovely and silent, and we don't need to touch them. So don't be tempted to take all them out with the little shims that are underneath them, because they're all different sizes and they have to go back in the correct order. Right, so we've got the head bolts now to take out. So we're just going to whack them off now. Right, that's that. Now go diagonal. Down that one, isn't it?
Yeah. Ready?
2, 1 above it. Oh, that one there's one there, look. That's not one in there, is it? Oh, is it? Oh, there is one in there.
Is there?
Yeah, so there's one in there. Oh, go into that one first. Yeah, go to that one first.
Oh, that's why.
Make sure it's on correctly.
Ready?
Yep. Yep. Now the one in the opposite corner.
No, that one.
Is there one in there?
No. No.
That is the one we've done, wasn't it? Or was it?
No, I did that one there.
Go on.
Ready?
Yep. Yep. Ah, 1 above it.
That's done already.
That's done, is it?
Yeah. We'll just double check, but yeah.
That's it, that's all the change stuff. Just wind them out. Where's your little electric gun? Make life easier. We're just going to wind them all out. Right, so I've got a magnet in that top door on the rod. You should find that in there. Right, okay. So we've still got the lower adjuster in place. I'm just wondering how easy that is to take out. I think we might have to pull it upwards, maybe. Is there a screwdriver there? Flathead screwdriver.
I've had one somewhere.
I think it just pushes in. I'm going to try and push it up and see if it comes out. That's it. Yeah, there we go. And it just pulls out the top, folks. So it just sits into a little groove down there, and that's that cam chain tensioner bar there, which will go in with the other box over there. Got it? Mm-hmm. So technically speaking, that should be it. Cam chain's out of the way. What we should be able to do, there's no other cables or anything stuck on there, is there?
What are these bolts?
Oh, hold on, we got this. What? Oh no, that right there. What's that? Sorry.
What are these bolts here?
Oh yeah, they're head bolts as well. Yeah, undo them too as well. They're head bolts as well, folks. We forgot them. Look. That's your final 2 head bolts. Technically speaking, there's nothing else now that should be holding that head on. You got that in?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's loose already, look. There we go. Just lift it up. But don't turn it upside down because all them shims will fall out, so that's got to stay that way up, yeah? And let's have a little look. You seen them already?
Oh, that's big one, that is.
Let's have a look. Let's come around there, folks, and have a look. Jimmy said he's seen one already.
Yeah.
Oh, blinking now. Look at that, look. Yeah, I'll show you. God, that goes halfway down the board, doesn't it? Can you see it, folks? Look, point to it, Jimmy. All the way down, halfway down, look. That's that one there. That one there, there's one there. If you just get the 12mm and rotate that crank, we'll see what the other ones are doing as well. Right, Jimmy's just going to rotate the crank a bit so we can see the other.
Got it?
Yeah, keep going down.
Oh, God, look at that one.
Oh, you're going to love this, folks.
Oh, God, look. Oh.
Look at that. Wow, that one's really gone. Let's have a look at this one. That's why there was no compression on that cylinder, wasn't it? That's your worst one. Look at that. Now, if that's, I don't know if it's done any damage to the lower part of the engine. Look at that, folks. Look. That's the worst I've seen, I think.
Both sides.
Both sides?
Not as bad as this side, but yeah, cracks that side.
Oh, yeah, that's got a crack all the way down. So, yeah, there we go, folks. That is probably the worst I've seen. That's 1, 2, 3.
Seen online.
3 cylinders gone. That one, end one. Any sign on that end one?
Oh, it looks all right, that one.
So 1 cylinder left. That's why we had no compression. Definitely on that first cylinder there.
Oh, terrible.
Yeah. Look at that. Let us know in the comment section, folks, if you've seen one that bad before. I think that's the worst I've seen online anyway. Right, well, that's how you get the head off. So, we've never stripped one of these engines down before, but you can see taking this cylinder head off has been a pretty easy job with some basic tools. we found the problem anyway. We knew it was that anyway, because that's a common theme on these 5EB engines, but we haven't quite seen one this bad. And as you know, it did start, so it just shows you, doesn't it? Anyway, we're going to leave this video here now. Keep tuned, and we'll try and get this R6 back on the road. Anyway, thanks very much. We'll see you in the next video, and until then, bye for now.